Hello, and welcome to the ASA University Roundtable. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Amy Black with the ASA University team, and I'm joined today by three very special guests. Colin Folk, Director of Training and Safety for Falk Supply out of California. Colin, good morning. Amy Priddy, HR Coordinator of Falk Supply out of Arkansas. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
And David Dellon, President of Dellon Sales out of New York.
Hi.
Welcome, David. So glad to see everybody safe and healthy. Thank you all for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Amy.
So we brought Colin, Amy, and David together to share how their companies are approaching training during this pandemic, and to talk a little bit about how ASA University has helped to support their efforts. So there's so much going on. There's so much disruption, change to the day-to-day, and these three companies have taken the time to focus on development, training, awareness, and so we wanted to share those stories and highlight them. ASA University, just as a reminder, some of the things that we're offering the members are a curated library of 27 free courses covering the coronavirus, awareness, prevention, anything that we can offer to help with knowledge around the virus, hygiene. Additionally, that library also includes courses on remote working, leading remote teams, mental health, and just working through a crisis. So a full library of courses to help you and support you during this time. Additionally, we offer free manufacturer courses to our distributor members. And so those are accessible through ASAU Online. And lastly, we have priced our professional development and industry specific courses. So over 50 courses that we at ASA University have developed for the industry. And those are all priced at $25 each, again, to make those accessible to everyone during this time. And so our focus collectively with us and the membership is to keep our employees safe, to keep your employees safe, to keep them engaged and productive and ready to hit the ground running when we get to the other side of this crisis. So with that, we'll jump in and hear more from our panelists. Colin, we will start with you.
Excellent. Thanks, Amy.
So there's been a ton of training activity over there in PACE over the past month. How has this pandemic affected your training strategy? How did you enter this? What was your strategy coming into it? And what flex have you done to manage through it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So prior to this, we have engaged in creating our own online university similar to ASA. And part of that university is a deep-rooted partnership with ASA University and the courses that you guys offer. And so our strategy, when this kind of happened out here, and we in California were kind of hearing, the scuttle about what could come, it really started with our executive team, and they started to talk about, if this affects business, how can we continue to have our employees be viable as we come out the other side so we can best serve our customers? So our strategy didn't necessarily change. We've always pushed training and development of our people. But what really kind of happened, starting at the executive team all the way down to branch management level, is we really started not only to encourage and push training, but to engage in training as a management team ourselves. So we have managers taking courses, we have employees taking courses, we're talking about training, we're talking about the value in it with our people. And then lastly on that, our people, they've really embraced this. They've kind of come together as a group and have said, hey, we're going to get through this together as a team, and training and development is one way that allows us to get through this time with some sense of normalcy.
Excellent. And how has ASA University and the courses that have been offered to you help support that? How have you utilized those resources?
Yeah, like I said, we've partnered with ASA. We have been for a couple years now. ASA has been kind of the foundation of our curriculum, whether it be in the warehouse, inside sales counter, kind of using that as our bedrock. And so for us, it was really natural for our people just to understand how this works, because we've been doing it for quite some time now. Like I said, though, what has changed is just kind of our energy around training and development and the management understanding where to go. And ASA has been there. They were there for us before this, and they're there now, ready to go with training and development that's a click away for our employees. And for us, we have the ASA University courses are embedded on our internal university. So our employees don't have to go to multiple different sites to utilize the training. They go right into Pace University, and ASA content is there, ready and available.
Excellent. And how is those, the curriculum selected for each employee? Is it something that's they're directed to take, or is it something that they can select? Is it a combination?
It's both. So we have prescribed curriculum for various levels of our organization that we have utilized both internal content, third-party content, and ASA content to create curriculum. And so those for specific job functions are designed and specified to the employees, and they're what we would call mandatory training in those curriculums that we assign as a management team to our employees. But on the same note, we recognize that we have a great number of people that are really hungry to progress. And so we have made every single course on our university open in a la carte kind of fashion, where employees can go in and any course that is on our university is available to them to take at their leisure. And we've seen a lot of employees that want to show that they're ready to develop, that they can do more for the organization. So we've kind of used a dual strategy there, where we do have some training that we're pushing out in curriculums to our employees, but we're also giving them the opportunity to raise their hand and take what they want to take.
And are you guys seeing more of that self-selection, the raising of the hands right now, where people are?
Yeah, about 1/3 of all of our training hours that are done on the university over the last 30 days have been self-selected employees getting on and saying, hey, I want to do something to better myself during this time.
That's fantastic. So a positive outcome, right, of the disruption is the traction and focus on training. That's fantastic. What are some other training development priorities that you've been able to tackle because of the disruption?
Yeah, we've kind of refocused our efforts and really our training department with the kind of direction of our executive team have reinvigorated ourselves with our management team to continue to develop the curriculum that's going to help us better serve our customers. So early on in this, we have 9 specialty divisions, plumbing being one of them, fire, a lot of different things. And as this kind of came on, we had our management team kind of raise their hand and say, hey, I want to create a curriculum for my inside sales staff that's specific to them. And so we currently are working on six of our divisions at this time at once with these managers who are really, really excited about getting something put together while they have the time, so they can come out of this and be in a better position to train new people in their divisions. So that's one. And then we've kind of really engaged our vendor partners through an initiative, and I keep saying our executive team, and I think that's the biggest thing is we have a group of individuals that are leading this organization that are really passionate about this. And so our vendors, we've had kind of head up by one of our vice presidents contacting our vendors and saying, hey, we want our people to know your product. And in order for us to best serve your product and best sell your product in the market, we need your content on our university. So we've been getting just a ton of content back from the vendors and are working that process out. But the response there has been great.
That's fantastic. I want to do a quick shout out. So not only is PACE committed to training, but also giving back to the industry, and recently has partnered with the university staff to be some industry reviewers for some course updates that we're doing. And I think that's fantastic. And I wanted to do a little shout out for that. So another way to engage any employee that might have some downtime is we're always looking for those subject matter experts that can help us make sure our content is strong and relevant and good for you guys.
Yeah, Amy, and we do, we look at it like we use the content, we believe in the content. And so if there's something we can do with our internal experts in whatever field it is, when we started that conversation, I don't know how it's gone, for you guys, but our managers were really happy. We're having experts review these courses, our managers. And quite frankly, it's because we believe in the education of the industry. We believe in this industry and think that we need to continue to educate our people that are coming into the industry. So if we can help in any way do that to secure the viability going forward, we're happy to do that.
Fantastic. We appreciate it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Well, we'll move on to Amy and hear a little bit from Amy and what's going on at Falk Supply. So welcome.
Thank you.
So can you share with us a little bit about what your priorities have become in the training realm since the coronavirus has changed the way that we do business? I know that your employees have taken great advantage of especially the free courses right now. And can you tell us a little bit more about the approach and the goal for that?
Yeah, fortunately, Arkansas hasn't been hit like all these other states have, but our priority has been, you know, employees and customers and stuff like all the other companies, I'm sure. But we've really just taken a big step up we made most of the COVID-19 courses that y'all have available. We made them mandatory, that everybody watch them. Of course, there's some people that haven't finished them, but we do have a lot of people that have watched them. And it's taught them a lot as far as, you know, what to do to try to keep the spread of the virus down and just safety, and not only for them, but for people around them. So it's been really good. And people have talked really highly about those courses. Yeah.
That's great. And how were you successful in communicating that to the team, and what did that look like for you guys to?
Well, it's been hard, you know, a little bit, because not all of us are all together anymore. So we've taken the email and texting and phone calls have really been more than usual. So we just kind of reached out to each of our branch managers and just said, hey, this is what they're offering. Like I said, it's mandatory. And so all the managers and stuff have just kind of come together and we've just made it work. It's been good.
Excellent. And how were those courses selected, the ones that you made mandatory?
The management, we kind of put like a little training track together, and we have different companies as well, kind of like Colin was saying. We have the plumbing, and we have welding, and we have tool service and repair. So we just kind of put specific little tracks together, not only with the COVID, but we also use the other courses that ASA offers. So.
Excellent. And getting good feedback so far on that?
Yeah. Everybody seems to, they like it, they enjoy it, and they learn and don't know that they're learning. So it's good. It's good.
I like that, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So in addition to that free library, the COVID library, what other types of things are you doing with the employees to keep them?
Well, I mean, we have purchasing and the warehouse and all of that. So ASA offers so many good courses that besides the COVID, like I said, we have lots of training tracks that we put together for each department. So, I mean, once I created all these training tracks, it was easy. You know, when someone new come in, we already had it up and available, and ASA has been really, really good about helping us get everybody signed up, and it's a wonderful thing.
Excellent.
I started doing HR at Falk. I've been with them for almost 8 years, but I started doing the HR a couple years ago, so I'm kind of new to the ASA, but it's a wonderful program.
Excellent. So has this disruption, this downtime, this new training initiative, has that inspired for you something when you think about the challenges going forward?
It's given us, all of us, management, all the employees, everybody, it's given us, it's a terrible thing, but it's given us more time to sit down and take advantage of the courses that are available to us. So it's been good.
Excellent. And how do you think you'll overcome the challenge of the time pushback, right? Because that's always a reality when it comes to training and development is time. There's a lot of other priorities that come even if training is a top priority. How do you think that Falk will work that challenge going forward?
Well, I think we'll just work together and, help each other out and give each other time to do the training and the courses that need to be taken.
Excellent. Well, that's great. You guys are doing great things over there.
Yes.
Good. Hi, David.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
So I know that one of the ways that you've been kind of embracing this temporary normal is focusing on training, especially in the New York area. You guys are especially unique right now in what's happening in the world. So can you tell us just a little bit about your approach and your goals for training right now?
Sure. Yeah, we've been sheltering in place over 4 weeks. So we've had a lot of time spent at home. At first, construction was still deemed essential. So we still had construction going on. We were selling products. We didn't really have that much time for training. And on our downtime, we were setting up Zoom conference calls with a lot of our vendors. Since then, construction's been shut down. Now we have to find a lot of things to fill our day. I've been dying for our team to use ASA University for years, but could never find the time and the way to get people to use it either during work hours or at home. And I found this was a great opportunity for us to finally use ASA University to the fullest extent. I was really excited about it, actually, which I contacted you a few weeks ago discussing it, saying we should probably get some sort of discount, which I was happy to see you did. I think $25 is a very fair price. So we're really excited to use it.
Excellent. And can you share a little bit about how you approached it and who's involved and how they selected the courses? And
So I sat down with 2 members of our team, Spencer and Rob, and we went through a list of all the courses and we picked what we thought would be the best top 10 product courses for our company to try out. And then I basically blasted out to the whole company and said, everyone, please pick 2 courses that you think would be best suited for you. So they went through those courses. Sorry. They went through the list of courses and everyone picked about 2 that they thought would be great for them. And then I read what their suggestions were. And some of them I thought didn't apply to them. Someone who's been selling fixtures their whole life didn't have to take a fixture course. So I suggested maybe residential plumbing systems for a home and went through kind of that. And someone else might have realized that maybe they should be getting more involved in pump systems. So I suggested that. But I let them start off to see what they were thinking and where their mind was going. And that was with great feedback. Everyone got back to us very quickly. And then again, Spencer and Rob compiled a list from everyone. And then they spoke to you and helped them sign everyone up. And they got their welcome emails and everyone signed right in. It was very excited.
we're excited too.
Yeah.
So when you selected those courses for those individuals or finalized those courses, was it a goal to move them into an area that maybe they're not as knowledgeable or need to know more about to be able to sell more? How did you approach that?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, we strongly believe in cross-training our employees. We have about 40 people in sales between inside and outside. And the more well-rounded we can make them, the better they could help themselves and our company. So some people that might not have been involved in fire protection, let's say, they would take a fire protection class. Someone who's been selling water heaters their whole life doesn't need a water heater course. Maybe they would take a course in pump systems. Some people, maybe they had come into our company and been trained on the spot. We never really had a formal training program except for let them come in and learn and we'll teach them bit by bit. So maybe they're selling commercial products but don't really understand the 3D schematics of a commercial building in New York City. So I would have them take that course. I had someone selling fixtures for 20 years who had never really learned about gas piping in a building. So he took the residential piping course and thought it was fantastic.
Excellent, good. And they're still coming in, so that's very exciting for us.
Yeah, I mean, we've just started a few days ago and people are loving them. Unfortunately, but fortunately, they have the time to take the classes. We haven't furloughed anyone or reduced anyone's pay yet. Even though our sales are way down, we still strongly believe in our team and want to keep everyone happy, healthy, and safe at home. So we're trying to do things to make everyone better, just like everyone else mentioned. So coming out of this stronger, smarter, and better will be the best possible outcome.
Absolutely, and we've really enjoyed partnering with you to help that and make that happen.
Furthermore, a great thing is now everyone's taking the courses and kind of understands the skill level required for each course. So we're going to use this to now formalize a training program for our company. So we're going to kind of have a 101, 201, 301, maybe on different product product segments.
Mhm.
So someone who comes into our company right away might take the first courses that we thought were basic and easy. And then as it goes further in the company, you could take the harder and harder ones. I've heard valve actuation was a much more difficult course than water heaters.
Yeah, it's way more intensive. That's fantastic.
So we're really excited about that.
Good. So this has helped kind of lay that foundation for
Yeah, exactly.
for formal training.
Again, I've been dying to do this for years, and I'm quite embarrassed it took this situation to start using it, but we can only go forward. So really excited for the future to bring in new employees and train them, and to train our current employees and help them grow.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So many approaches to this temporary normal, we'll say, not new normal, this disruption. I think that the timepiece is something that's great, whether it's getting traction for a current program, whether it's kind of getting that buy-in and establishing that culture of learning. We've had some folks look at job descriptions and kind of get their house in order a little bit with that, and use our free job description templates that we have on the website to start that project. So it's been exciting for us in the midst of all of this terribleness to see some of those resources being taken advantage of. And so I appreciate everybody's partnership in doing what we need to do. So before we close, I just want to ask if anybody has any final thoughts or comments that they would like to make. We'll start with Colin. Any last words of advice?
I don't know about advice, but just letting people know how supportive your team is. You know, you're on here highlighting us, and I think we would all three be remiss if we didn't mention your support team and Abby and Jessica and Taylor behind the scenes that are working with us out here, that are responsive. You know, they're away, excuse me, they're away from their normal as well. But your level of service continues to be exceptional. And so I wanted to thank you and your staff for that, because without you and your staff, we wouldn't have the opportunity to be highlighting what we're doing as a company.
Thank you. I appreciate that. There's actually a team of 5 of us back at, I guess, at home today, working full time to help our members and support you guys with everything that you need. So appreciate that. Thanks, Colin.
I couldn't agree more. You've been wonderfully responsive. It made it very easy and seamless for us to set up. Thank you.
Appreciate that, David.
Yeah, ASA has made my job a lot easier too. So I appreciate you very much. And Abby. I deal a lot with Abby, and she's the sweetest little thing.
The online system certainly makes it easier to have your folks take that training, but also to manage it. And so that's another thing some of our trainers are doing right now, are taking time to learn the system. And so we can do webinars to walk you through the whole admin portion of that site. And so there's lots we can help. So hopefully everybody's taking full advantage of it.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, thank you, everybody. Really appreciate your time. Just a reminder, you can access all of these courses that we've talked about and resources from ASA University at asa.net/COVID courses. Explore the ASA website, lots of free resources there. Reach out to any of the ASA staff. You can reach us best right now at info@asa.net. We're here to help. Be safe, be healthy, and hopefully we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.